I tried yesterday on the show to do a public service to any Trump fans who were watching this by telling them that despite what they might have heard by all the media that they trust more than they trust God himself, they're not going to stop Biden from becoming president by overturning the vote or not counting electors or sending it back to the states or anything like that. I told them very clearly what's gonna happen. And there were a few bumps in the road, like the attempted sacking of the Capitol. But in the end, Congress confirms Biden's win, as we said, defying the mob attack. And by the way, look at this front page. That's a front page for the New York Times, defying mob attack incited by Trump. And again, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I guess that front page was always going to come. Somebody finally beats him, hopefully, but there was a mob attack and Trump incited it. Anyway, Congress certified the election early Thursday, hours after loyalists urged on by President Trump stormed and occupied the Capitol. Congress rejected an attempt from Republicans to overturn the will of Pennsylvania voters early Thursday. So if you stopped paying attention after all the chaos in the Capitol, I understand yesterday was a lot. But for hour after hour, you had speeches being made, lies being told about those events and about voter fraud, and attempts by a number of senators and representatives to overturn things. In the end, I want you to remember people like Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, Tommy Tuberville, Cindy Hyde-Smith, Roger Marshall, Cynthia Lummis, Rick Scott. These are all people that didn't just give speeches or whatever. They voted to stop the will of the people. Every single one of them knowing that there wasn't voter fraud. They all know that Trump got destroyed, but they don't care because they support him and their own ambitions more than they do democracy and the will of the people.
Yep, and people that don't like your vote, why should we vote for them? They obviously don't like the process of democracy. They need to move on and get another job. But this should also really bring to the forefront how fragile democracy is. If Trump has done nothing else, he has taught all of us that democracy is fragile. And since we know it is fragile, let us be more careful about the leaders we choose, not just in the presidency, but the presidency and beyond. Remember, he had a team. That team helped him almost destroy democracy in this country.
Exactly. Yeah, and let's also the win was certified in less than 2 weeks. Biden is gonna be president. This is all a great improvement from the situation. And Trump's attempt to either get reelected or have the results be overturned are going to fail. So all of that is good, yes. But Trump also got to be president for 4 years. And that team that Rashad was talking about, they delivered for him and for their donors and their buddies what they wanted. They got those trillions of dollars in tax cuts. They banned Muslims from a bunch of countries from entering. They've spent tens of billions of dollars on that border wall. They ground the US government response to the pandemic to a halt to benefit them, to not spend money on it that they didn't think was worth it because they were never at risk. Hundreds of thousands of people died. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.